This contracted scout, I think, is going to be a lot of fun. I think we have a lot of good Scum Jank in here. That Jakku Gunrunner with the Intel Agent, the cloaking device, and the Space Tug Tractor Array, in addition to another proximity mine.
Right.
It can push those all over the map, and I think even though Dash is a large base ship, so it's not really going to be affected as much with the Space Tug Tractor Array, I think Miranda can really, really suffer.
Yeah, you can definitely hurt Miranda a lot, especially if you can manage to pull her arc away from somebody so that she cannot get off those harpoon missiles. I'm trying to talk quieter.
The other thing that we can do is pull Miranda into the path of a proximity mine.
Right.
And
yeah.
It's pull that into the path of the proximity mine so that we can actually get those off and really leverage the power of that automatic damage.
Yeah, and so something that I see as kind of a double-edged sword with Terry's list here is he has long-range scanners, which allows for an early, well-modded harpoon missile. You take your target lock on turn 1, and then on the turn that you intend to fire them, you take a focus. That's a well-modded missile shot. However, it very clearly telegraphs your first target.
I'm going to have to stop you right there, Ben, because the game is started, and the best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, has kicked things off with a bang by one banking to pilot right and just moving kind of slowly. The Jakku Gunrunner following suit, just coming slowly in towards the center of the board. Looks like Jim is anticipating perhaps a central engagement. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. Dash likes to hang out inside of the asteroid field and hide behind them, and I think that Jim intends to not give him that opportunity. He's you can't hide behind an asteroid if your enemy's ships are all already behind them.
There's that Jump Master blasting straight forward for, in any case, getting himself into the danger zone.
Yep.
Really like putting himself in a position to start blocking or attacking with that proximity mine.
And here we see the expected slow roll from Dash in order
Classic
to
Rebels.
build up that Ray battery. I'm excited. I'm a Rebel pilot, and I love this list.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a great game. We have two excellent players here. We might have to just back into the room. Please announce what tokens those are, since it is tougher to tell them apart on stream. Those cool alternate tokens, it's just kind of difficult to tell those.
Yep. So I can definitely see that on Jim's side, it appears he has cardboard focuses, and those square ones are evades.
Exactly. I mean, they just reflect, so I can't tell what the pattern is on the bottom.
Yeah, with Terry's, I've found that Terry's tokens are even hard to tell when I'm playing against him, so...
Is there a target? Is there a first target on Jim Frank's list?
You mean who the first target?
Right.
From?
Who do you think Terry's going for?
I think Thweek.
Thweek.
First off, Thweek is going to have the easiest time getting inside of Dash's donut hole.
Yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that for sure.
With those auto thrusters, and with those auto thrusters hanging out in Miranda's donut hole, which she still gets a primary shot. But it's only 3 dice. It's only 1 shot. Thweek has 3 agility and auto thrusters. So I think that's the first target. Harpoon him, get him out of there as quick as possible. And then from there, probably that contracted scout to get Cad Bane off the board.
Through all of this, you run the risk of just Sunny Bounder, the best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, just soloing your entire list.
That's true. Best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder. I think that Jim really just wanted to fly Sunny Bounder and was like, yeah, but I can't have a 12-point list. Yeah. So here's some other ships.
I mean, he could have a 12-point list, but it makes everybody else lonely, right?
Yeah.
Sunny operates best. Sorry, the best pilot in the game, Sunny, operates best when she is close by her friends. Friendship was the real Sunny Bounder all along. It does actually look like Terry has locked both Thweek and the Jump Master with his weapon-engineered long-range scanners.
Oh, I did forget about the weapons
Yes,
engineer.
it gives him a couple more options. Like
so that actually, like I was saying, that takes away the telegraph.
The telegraph. So Jim can't
an
really fly
choice.
around that choice as much. And both of these ships have to come into the center, right?
Yep,
There's
absolutely.
not going to be...
No, I think despite the double target lock, I do still think that first target is the Thweek.
I agree. I agree with you. Because, like you were saying, he's one of the only options that really threatens Terry's list.
Exactly.
Right? That has all the tools to get in Dash's donut hole, to auto thruster evade a lot of incoming shots. Like, you get rid of Thweek, Miranda can TLT and keep things, keep a lot of Jim's stuff just at bay.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside of her, inside her threat radius, and not really take a ton of damage from them.
Right.
Sunny Bounder turning away from the fight, making this big pinwheel of ships, and the Jakku Gunrunner actually backing right up a one straight,
so basically,
and then a one straight back.
So here's an interesting note: is he is trying to force Terry to come to him. For the most part, I say, as the contracted scout zooms into the fight.
It's interesting, that maneuver, because I'm a little bit confused, if I'm honest, because if he's trying to make Terry come to him.
Yeah. I think here's the deal. He's trying to make Terry come to his other 3 ships, but he still wants to try and take away. He doesn't want to give Dash the huge opportunity to charge his Ray battery.
Yeah, sure.
So
he's pushing out.
Excuse me.
So what you're saying is that he's pushing the Jump Master out forward as bait to deplete some of that Ray focus.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think he runs the risk of losing it.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. But I kind of think it's almost not cannon fodder, but just kamikaze. Go in, do your damage, drop your bombs, and if you survive, you survive. But if you don't, you have 3 other ships.
I mean, he definitely wants Miranda to come into those rocks.
Absolutely.
Right, because then he's got the tractor beams. Although, at the same time, bomblets are really, really good in the rocks. And it looks like he's tried to give himself, with the asteroid deployment, at least some room to maneuver inside there, so he doesn't really get stuck. Okay, here comes Thweek in, banking around those rocks, following the contracted scouts.
Yep.
We've really divided into 2 discrete groups of ships here.
Interesting to me, because personally, I see Miranda as the clear first target. You have all of your ships, get all of your ships pointed at Miranda and drag her down, because if you're caught in a one-on-one duel with Miranda in the end game, it's a duel that you lose.
It is. It can be tough. I mean, at the same time, Miranda can have damage pushed through on her by a couple of smaller ships versus Dash with his lone wolf. While you still have a lot of ships on the board, it can be a good idea to corner him, because Dash can be tougher to mark down or to knock down.
You can do that. However, if you can manage to keep your Thweek alive until the end game, then you win the fight with Dash, because you just hide in his donut hole.
You can't. I've been noticing that Star Vipers, they move really effectively in a very small space.
Right.
Right? They're not necessarily as good chasers as a historic Dash Kryptonite like Soontir Fel is. So it's interesting. While I think you're right and Thweek does have the tools, I think that does rely on some cooperation from Dash.
Fair point.
But anyways, we're going to move into, I believe this is the third round of dials here.
And Dash now has 2 focuses on his Ray battery.
Mm-hmm. 2 of those foci. I mean, Terry does want to split up Dash and Miranda a little bit. And honestly, Miranda going over there might have a chance of just tearing down best pilot of the game, Sunny Bounder, and the Jakku Gunrunner before Jim can actually get everybody else around on them.
Yeah.
I'm concerned, because it seems like Jim's sort of isolating himself.
He is, but I think if he was going to split the party, so to speak, in the way that he has, keep making the Jakku on the side that Miranda goes after is definitely the right choice.
Oh, of course.
Because if there's any ship on this board that is gonna mess with Miranda the most, it's that Jakku Gunrunner.
It's the Jakku Gunrunner. Mm-hmm.
Especially as Sir Adam Catnegg, Knight of the Queen, Sir Adam Catnegg, has pointed out to me, that Jakku Gunrunner with a cloaking device will come out of nowhere.
Absolutely. But it's interesting
when you're not
he hasn't
expecting
cloaked
it.
Yet.
Not yet. And the reason for that, and I can attest to this, is that you want to wait until you know that your decloak is going to put you where you want. Otherwise
it'll
you
break.
cloak and then you
Yep.
blow it up immediately, every time without
Every
fail.
single time. All right, so here's a question from the chat. Lag Jansen asks, how is accuracy corrector on Thweek?
Accuracy corrector on Thweek. I could see it being situationally useful.
All right, and
But
you say situationally.
I think. How do I want to word this? Honestly, to be frank, I don't see it being as useful as Fire Control System.
All right.
Because you have a 3 dice primary, potentially 4 if you can get in range 1, and then you have the target lock.
Yeah.
And that
I agree
is
with
a potential for
that.
3 damage or even 4 versus, and the potential for crits.
Right.
Versus accuracy corrector, 2 damage. You lose some of your, you just lose some of the punch. I think
Right.
accuracy corrector is more useful on an auto blaster turret ship or a TLT ship.
Or a ship with 2 dice.
Or a ship
With
with
a
2
2
dice.
primary. For sure. All right, here's that cloak from the Jakku Gunrider, and the Jumpmaster coming in with a 1 hard turn.
And I also think that for the points, correct me if I'm wrong, accuracy corrector is 3 points, whereas
It
fire
is.
control system is 2 points. You're getting more value out of it.
Right.
You have the potential for 3 hits instead of 2, and it's for a point less. So I think
For sure.
I would always take fire control system.
So if Terry wants to take advantage of the somewhat scattered situation that Jim finds himself in, how do you think he's going to best achieve that?
I almost think using Miranda, this kind of split up is almost kind of a fake out. Make him think, yes, you are isolating my 2 ships alone in these 2 groups, and then have Miranda slam away and get your
just
ships
classic.
back into.
Just classic
Yep.
Miranda.
And also with the burnout slam on Dash, you basically get all of his ships in an unfavorable position for them, and then slam both of your ships away.
Right. You have
thereby
a
forcing
get out of
him,
jail free card.
Yep, thereby forcing Jim to turn around, take a bunch of stress, except for with the Jumpmaster, of course.
Now
And
that,
then now you're at an advantage
now that
because your
4
ships don't need to
straight,
turn.
the 4 straight that Dash just performed there is interesting because now he's in the middle with everybody, including the best pilot of the game, Sunny Bounder, pointed just directly at him. And
Right.
with the 2 hard from Miranda, he's not going to have Lone Wolf available at his disposal.
Yeah, that's definitely definitely an interesting choice there. I don't really know what to think of that, to be 100% honest. Because usually when I end up with my Dash and Wingman, I prefer Poe over Miranda. But when I end up with my Dash Wingman that close to Dash, it is usually an accident, and I did not mean to do that. So
Yeah, I mean, I've gotta assume that Terry has a plan here with what he's doing. Here comes
Yes.
the Ray focus on the Dash, and we're gonna get to shots. We're gonna get to firing some dice for the first time. So let's bring our dice cam up and get right to the action. I think the Dash should target Thweek here, like we've been talking about.
Yep, absolutely. Thweek will have his auto thrusters turned on, but
Now, Miranda's taking TLTs first at the Jakku Gunrunner because she, like us, knows it's absolutely futile to even attempt to target the best target pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder. There's
absolutely. Just why bother?
2 hits onto a cloaked Jakku. There's a lot of focuses there. Only 1 evade against 2 hits. There goes
And thus,
1.
1 TLT damage goes through.
And here comes the... there's some great consternation in the room. 1 evade off of 5 dice. That's the whisper effect right there. Never
The whisper effect.
Always rolls evades until you really need them. And here comes... Looks like he upped his second TLT shot. An interesting choice to get through that because there's just a lot of blanks. So 1 shield comes off of Miranda and 1 more damage onto the Jakku Gunrunner.
But, she's Miranda Donnie.
Right,
She doesn't care.
She gets those back. And here comes Dash, also against
Miranda.
the Gunrunner. Seems like Terry is concerned about the way that can actually mess with Miranda. Here comes a ton of hits. Looks like 4 more damage onto that cloaked Jakku. And Jim really
Ooh,
needs those
I
evades
see a
right
lot
now.
of
Those
paint.
clutch 3 evades. Only 1 more damage goes through Jakku at 2.
Which that does give the Jakku a really good setup to cloak
Right.
forward and then turn and put Miranda right on that rock with
Do you-
her nubs through the rock.
You're more familiar with the Gunrunner than I am. Does the quad jumper have a 3 bank? That isn't red.
I believe it is not red. I believe it does have a white 3 bank. Maybe if Adam can say on the rim. No, actually, don't say that.
Let's take a look.
What do we got for our quad jumper dial? It does,
The 3
in
bank is
fact,
white.
have white 3 banks.
All right, looks like Thweek coming in against Dash with 3 hits into 1 evade. Thweek's
and
fire
there's
control
the fire
system.
control.
That is, Thweek's probably going to slow roll in next turn. Well, he might. If Miranda's not on a rock, he could take a really nasty harpoon missile next turn.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then here comes range 3 against Dash from the quad. Not the quad jumper, the contracted scout. All of these freaking Scum ships.
That is range 3, and it looks like they're measuring for obstruction there.
Yep.
Sounds like the consensus is obstructed on this shot.
And nothing
and
goes
nothing.
through. Although he does have a target lock. Is he going to spend that on a range 3 shot?
I don't think I would. Although, all right. I mean, with Dash's Lone Wolf inactive right now.
Right. All right, here comes the
Best
best pilot in the
Sunny
game,
Bounder.
Sunny Bounder. Range 3 obstructed against Miranda. This is obviously going to be a kill shot. I think we know this already.
This is an auto kill.
Look at that. He did. She rolled 2 blanks. She adds 1 more blank. That's the raw and unadulterated power of the...
Adam, if you can hear me, am I wrong in K-Wings have insane amounts of shields, or did you not take Miranda's shield off when she used it this last turn? Miranda did burn a shield.
Miranda did burn
Okay.
a shield for last turn. There we go. That looks a little bit better.
For a second, I was like, man, K-Wings really have 10 hull or 10 health? That's
Jim
crazy.
rolls for the cloaking device, and it does not blow up. So, moving
Excellent.
back here, I think Dash wants to get his Lone Wolf firing, right?
Absolutely.
Where do you think he's going to go to achieve that?
I think Dash probably takes a 2 or 3 bank to the left, and then
All right.
probably, depending on where that Miranda goes, maybe a barrel roll for safety, or maybe just a focus.
Might I counter with an option of a 3 bank to the right?
That could be.
Because he then has the option if Miranda maybe does a 2 straight forward.
That could be. I think. Trying to do some math in my head here. Man, I feel like I'm whispering now. We keep on being told that we're too loud. You're too quiet, Adam. All right. I think that's also a valid move.
I think it sets him up for more Lone Wolf and more separation later on in the game.
While I do agree with you, I think if he were to go left, that sets him up for better possibility of shooting Thweek if Thweek decides to slow roll, and Miranda also harpoons
counterpoint, he goes left, Thweek just moves lazily in and then boosts. And now he's in the donut hole.
True.
Because you gotta keep distance from Thweek because he can't really move as fast as Dash, but he moves really, really well when he's in the same sort of location.
Good
so
point.
I think getting that distance from Thweek is really gonna, make him happy.
Good point. Good point.
Yep. So let's just remind ourselves while we're here, while they're setting dials, this is the Extra Life tournament for Star Wars X-Wing here, the Wizard's Chest in downtown Denver. Extra-life.org/participant/Sam Shepik on the bottom of the screen. That is your donate link for a goal of $350. Right now we are at $300 of that, and that's going to benefit the Children's Miracle Network here in Denver. Children's Hospitals, it's a good cause. Kick a couple bucks our way
Absolutely.
if you can. All the entry fees from this tournament are going right back into that charity.
Yep, definitely worthwhile.
Definitely worthwhile for sure.
And of course, if you're from another area,
Yeah, let's actually get Sam Shepik in here on Ben's microphone. He's going to be able to tell us a little announcement, a little something about this tournament.
So Extra Life today, we have $300 now, thanks to Ben's last-second entry there. And we did get another $20 from a late entry from Brock Lee and his son Liam Lee, too. So that total of $45 pushed us up to the 300 mark. I haven't looked at it since then, but I would love it if we got some more entries into that donation.
If we can hit that $350 mark.
That would be amazing.
It would. All right. So let's move back to the game here. I think this is the point where Jim Frank decides to decloak.
absolutely. I think this is the decloak, the 3-bank into Miranda, and move her onto that rock and set her up to fly through it again.
Right. Now, if Terry sees this, is there anything that he can do to stop it?
I don't think there's really anything he can do to avoid that except anticipate where Miranda is going to be starting her movement from and set her up to continue her TLT shots.
Gotcha.
At this point, against a pilot, personally, as someone who's flown against Adam thousands of times with that Jakku Gunrunner, no, Adam flying the Jakku Gunrunner, there's nothing you can do to avoid getting tractor beamed by it. There's just nothing you can do. Pilot skill 1, it moves first. It's an action to get the tractor beam. All you can do is hope that your maneuver is set up to deal with that.
That's true.
Because I have, in my old naivety of not knowing.
Well, here it comes. There's the two.
There's the two straight decloak
forward, and then I'm assuming probably, now that I see
3-bank doesn't quite work the way I thought it would.
There. But a 2-hard might.
A 2-hard probably would, and that's what it looks like we're getting. Here's the 2-hard. Here's the tractor beam onto Miranda.
Yeah, here's the tractor beam onto the rock. And Jim's, of course, able to see the distances on the board just a little bit better than we are. So there it comes. There's the tractor beam onto the rock. Let's get that dice cam up and see if Terry's going to take some damage.
So as I was saying, I have before not planned my maneuvers expecting to be tractor beamed, and I have wound up not only landing on a rock with the tractor beam, flying back through the rock with the tractor beam, but then landed on a different rock with my maneuver.
No damage from that rock rolled by Terry there. Nothing coming through. That's got to be a relief because he's going to have to roll that again when he comes off of that. Here comes the best pilot in the game, Sonny.
It almost looks to me like Jim is setting up to block Miranda here.
It looks like he's also setting up to block Dash if he does, in fact, do that 3-bank right that we were discussing. The Dash can't now escape this. And looks like he's going to be forced to the left if Terry has anticipated those blocks.
We have the contracted scout taking 2 hard to the left, narrowly missing that asteroid, expertly placed by Jim there, with a focus. Yeah, I think depending on what Terry did with Dash here, and there's the turn to the left. And I'm expecting probably a barrel roll away from Thweek onto that debris, but Dash doesn't care.
Yeah,
it's
Dash
just
doesn't
debris.
care. Let's see there. Now, would he barrel roll back there or near or into the contracted scout? Down sort of closer to the contracted scout.
I don't know that he would be able to make it that far.
Squirt down towards the bottom side of the board next turn.
I don't actually know that he would be able to fit that barrel roll toward the contracted scout, but I can't quite tell from the angle we have on it.
Stephen Downs in our Facebook chat. Yes, we are flying with post-errata rulings. That's why this contracted scout has none of the shenanigans that we would expect.
Yep, even though we are technically 2 days away from the effectiveness of the FAQ. I lost the word there. It's more fun to see some new stuff come up than just the old meta list's final hurrah.
In fairness, Dash Miranda is kind of an old meta list with some of that extra guns for hire. Here comes a 2-hard turn up through the best pilot in the game, Sonny Bounder. Now, will it go through or is it going to bump?
I think the block has been set up. I don't think it's going to make it.
Yeah, he's got a best pilot in the game, Sonny Bounder, really showing just why she is the very best pilot in our game of X-Wing.
Best pilot in the game.
Best blocker in the game, Sunny Bounder.
And here we're setting up the railroad tracks to determine Miranda's final positioning. Not back onto the rock, which
That
would have
is
been,
lucky.
man, that would have been killer if he had just landed her right back onto that rock with no TLT
I know.
shots.
I know. However, he is going to have to roll for it one more time.
Indeed.
And he can't hit the best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder.
No, he can't.
I mean, it would be a useless gesture in any case.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do against best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder. The game's
There's a
already
reason why
lost.
she's the best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder.
Sam, you shush.
Oh, it sounds like she is
She
actually
is still
on the rock. That
which is
devastating.
very favorable for Jim because that means Miranda will not be regenning a shield this turn.
Yes. Yes, honestly, it looks like Jim is at a very favorable position this round. His positioning has trapped Dash here. Now Thweek coming into the donut hole.
And there's
with a one
exactly as
bank.
you said, the left turn from Dash sets up for Thweek to live in that donut hole.
Right. Right. I think, Dash really needs to get some distance, and he's in real danger right now with just a focus. Thweek coming in with a target lock focused. Oh, range one shot. Here comes a Ray focus, but that's the last one that Dash has, so he really needs to get some distance and take care of things. I'm also
I think he needs to
anticipating...
probably get back to the top side of that board
Right.
and try to...
I would also be anticipating next turn one of those proximity mines off that contracted scout.
Yep. Yeah.
And with maybe a 2 hard turn and then a drop.
Absolutely.
Here comes the
It's
shot
definitely
from Thweek.
perfectly set up.
A lot of paint there. Looks like 3 focuses and a blank. Of course, he's going to go ahead and spend the target lock. Into another hit, spend the focus, and now we have 4 hits onto Dash.
Oof, that's going to hurt.
Now, Lone Wolf, I believe, is active right now, so I think he's probably going to end up re-rolling that
Here's the
blank.
measure
Here's
for
the
Lone
check,
Wolf.
and we've got it.
Is it? Oh, it looks like maybe it's
Is it?
inactive. Maybe. Oh, looks like it's inactive. He's debating spending that focus. So now
Part of me thinks he's got to.
here's my shameless little plug for Pattern Analyzer Jakku Gunrunner.
Yeah.
If it had Pattern Analyzer, it could back up and drop its proximity mine on Dash next
Right.
turn.
There goes the focus, and Dash's shields are down. That was, it was a risky decision because he really wants to kill that Jakku Gunrunner this turn.
Yeah, absolutely. And with no Lone Wolf rerolls.
Right. With no Lone Wolf rerolls, he's just got to hope for natural. There's a lot of paint in there, but a lot of those are focused. So
Yep, looks like
here
here
comes
comes
what
the
looks like a
target
target lock. And a
And I
reroll
see
into 3
all
hits.
paint, 3 hits.
And uncloaked, he only needs to. The Jakku can get 1 of 8 and still die. He needs
Yep,
perfect
he will need a
results
perfect
right
roll here. And,
And he
looks
doesn't
like he
get
does
one.
not
So
have
Jakku
it.
dies, and now no ships can actually shoot at Miranda.
Yeah, that is a good point.
This is a really excellent game, Ben. I'm really glad to be commentating here at the 2017 Extra Life stream at the Wizard's Chest in Denver, Colorado. Say that a lot. It's because it's true.
You keep looking at me like you expect me to say something, but
So I think the contracted scout keeps pushing damage into Dash. There it goes.
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Dash is.
Grab that target lock.
Here's the target lock. I'm definitely expecting to see the use of Dash's burnout slam in the coming turn.
Part of me sort of wonders why he didn't there to just get himself out, unless he felt like he really needed to kill that Jakku Gunrunner right away.
Yeah. Situations like this are exactly why I like to run my Dash with countermeasures and glitter stim
Right.
for a turn of I refuse to die.
2 more damage into Dash.
Yeah, definitely going to be using that burnout slam.
Definitely be using that burnout slam. It depends on where he is next turn, but he really does have to put damage into Thweek.
Absolutely.
Oh, it looks like he actually now remembered to roll for the rock on Miranda and takes another shield.
Oof.
That is poor. That is poor. And he hasn't even gotten a harpoon missile off yet. So
Yep.
next round, do you think Miranda comes in close and tries to drop one of those?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so I think for this next turn, Miranda absolutely drops a bomblet in hopes of hurting best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder.
But you can't, though.
But you can try.
It's useless. As we've said before, we've very well established this, that hurting best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, is a useless gesture. Now, that said, best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, can easily prevent that slow roll harpoon missile
Yep.
by doing
absolutely.
a one hard turn and getting into blocking position. So
Yeah, and then if
Terry's able to see that, does he just do a two hard out instead?
Yeah, I think-
maintain some distance. I think that might be what he needs to do right now, is just get out
Absolutely.
of the center, because Jim still has 3 ships in there that can really control a knife fighting engagement.
Yep,
Thweek's
absolutely.
one hard turn, all the one hard turns that he's got, all the barrel rolls, all the curvy barrel rolls. This is just not a place that Terry wants to be.
No,
Stuck
not at
in
all.
these rocks and at the mercy of the barrel rolls, basically.
Right. Yep. No, I definitely think Terry moves fast with both of his ships here in hopes of either he uses some slams and just gets out of dodge, or he tries to position himself for some shots on Thweek,
Right.
which could give you some lucky hits. Are you also hearing music?
That's because there's music playing in this venue.
So there is.
Yes. Yeah. No. It's not just it's music playing in here. Yeah. So I think. What do you think? Which direction does Dash go? Because I think he needs to turn.
I think he goes right.
Goes
I
right.
definitely think he goes right.
What about Miranda?
I think Miranda probably goes to her right as well. Try to get some distance between between Terry's ships and Frank's, because the thing with these turrets is they can turn away and still get their shots.
Right.
So I think they try to get out of arc or just out into range 3, where they have a little bit better of a chance of defending.
Especially Dash. I mean, he needs to get that lone wolf active, and he needs to get some more focuses.
We have yet to see any re-rolls from Lone Wolf
Right.
in this game.
And here comes the best pilot in the entire game of X-Wing, Sunny Bounder, with a 2-hard turn to her pilot right, exploiting a rule of the maneuver templates that allows you to put the templates in the side.
Yep.
In the side, on the middle, and still get into the same position without having to mark that precariously placed Miranda.
Important note, as long as your opponent agrees to it.
Yes.
Since it is an imperfect method of
Yes,
measuring.
absolutely. There's the 2-hard turn as anticipated, and we're likely going to see a
here's
proximity
that prox
mine.
mine. Oh. Scout
Oh, no.
down.
Scout down.
Oh, here's hoping he didn't just break that peg. That would be unfortunate.
Here's the proximity mine, dropping that out the back, and that's definitely going to impact Dash Rendar. Now, with a
Yep.
good roll, and of course he has Cad Bane re-rolls, this could be the end of Dash.
It very well could be, because this is a 3 damage dice roll, and let's see what we get.
Terry's rolling looks like nothing, so Cad
Looks
Bane's
like
going to probably
nothing.
force him to re-roll every single one of those, and I only see,
I see 2.
2 hits. Dash is still alive, but that can't be what Terry wants. He's now well within the kill range of just about everything on the board.
Absolutely. Especially best pilot in the game, Sunny
Especially
Bounder. I
best
beat
pilot
you
in the
to
game,
it.
Sunny Bounder.
Beat you to it.
In fact, I would honestly hold off any shots with Thweek or the Contracted Scout, because Sunny Bounder, the best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, is going to get the kill
I
shot.
mean, yeah, but that's just taunting at this point to just say, I don't need to shoot with any of my other ships. I have Sunny Bounder. that's just bad sportsmanship.
Here's exactly what you were thinking, Ben.
Yep, here's
turning
that
up
turn to the
towards the
right.
right now. It's interesting because I still think this puts him well into Thweek zone. Whereas
It does
whereas
put him into
roll to the
Thweek zone.
left. Whereas, if you hear me out here, a turn to the left and then a barrel roll behind the rock could have put him out of the Thweekifying
That
effect.
is
the Thweek
true.
effect.
I think his goal here was to get out of as many ranges as he can. But I guess we'll see, depending on the action from Dash. A barrel roll, and there it is. A barrel roll to the left pulls him most likely out of range of the Contracted Scout and best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder. However, if Thweek has dialed in a hard turn to the left and takes a boost, he has his arc on Dash.
Oh, yeah. Or
because of
the
math.
curvy barrel roll. I mean,
Or the curvy barrel roll.
there's so many options that Thweek could do. He can really move his arc around. And a little scare there. The chat telling us, oh, no, our computer crashed again. We're fine this time. No technical difficulties this match.
Hey, Find something made of wood and knock on it.
Gotta knock on that. All right. Miranda indeed going straight forward. Looks like we're going to really try to TLT some things and regenerate shields. But Thweek coming in for a too hard, maybe a
Yep, there's
shot
a
on
too
Miranda.
hard, and I'm honestly thinking either a booster or curvy barrel roll puts Dash in his arc.
Unless he's going for Miranda.
I mean, he could be, but at this point, a
Just
one-hole
kill
dash
right?
is
You have the target lock on Dash. Why not?
You have a target lock on Dash, and Miranda pointed in that direction is not taking down any of your ships anytime soon, so you are still well positioned
Exactly.
to kill a regener.
And there's the backwards positioned curvy barrel roll. And he's flying around, moving his arc into Dash, trying to put the last damage through. Dash really taking a gamble there with the barrel roll and not taking a focus. He needs
Yeah,
to,
'cause
he's
he-
going to get his lone wolf rerolls, but
his Ray battery is depleted at
Exactly.
this point, so...
do you think that Terry might have engaged too fast?
I think he may have. I think he turned Dash in one round earlier than he should have. I think he should have tried to build up that Ray battery a little bit more.
At least for one
personally,
rounds like things like this. And here comes Thweek's glitter stem.
Personally, having flown a lot of Dash Miranda, you like to make your enemy come to you in the first
Right.
round, in the first engagement.
Right. All right, so let's see. Looks like Terry picking his best red dice out to fire TLTs.
And who are these TLTs going into? I would imagine the contracted scout, since the odds of hitting Thweek right now
Are
very
astronomically
slim.
low, yeah. And he's going to be regenning too.
Absolutely.
Although I don't see any dice rolling yet, so
I see
could be-
shadows.
could
I
be
know our
wrong.
screen's not
Yep.
frozen. Sounds like maybe some decision making. I hear dice clacking. Nope.
all things considered, though, here, I don't think that Miranda's in a very bad position. I think she can really start to get things chasing her and leverage those bomblets. And with that out of the way, here comes TLTs, I believe, into the contracted scout. Yep, into the
Into
contracted
the jump
scout.
master.
And there's a lot of paint there. At least 2 hits. I don't.
Yep, I see
He's going to spend
debating
that
the
focus
focus.
to put the damage through.
Yep.
1 hit
And
against
of
the
course, the
contracted
contracted scout doesn't have to bother rolling.
But he does anyway. Because they're good, consistent players. Here comes the second one, regenerating a shield.
So
only one
lone
hit, and there's an evade from the scout. So no second damage there.
Interesting choice to not spend the target lock there, because he does have one on the contracted scout.
I mean, I think there's a chance that he won't be able to get the long range scanners to proc again. Here's let's make sure that we have the extra shield come back against on Miranda.
And there's a lone wolf roll
2
for 2 evades, but
There's a crit, and that is the
still
end of dash.
a dead dash.
Direct hit just to put insult to injury, and dash goes down. Adam, let's make sure we have one more shield up on Miranda from the regen. There we go. Adam, our tech
Adam
in the
Katnick,
booth
ladies
there.
and gentlemen, give
Yes.
it up. Round of applause
A
wherever
round of-
you're
a round
watching
of
from.
silent
Just
applause.
start wherever you're watching from. Clap for Adam, please.
Hashtag clap for Adam.
Especially if you're out in public and people will look at
Yep.
you like you're crazy.
That would be great. Adam says he does his best, and he does a really good job.
He does. Adam is he's a great tech monkey.
So it's Miranda versus the world here.
Yep, similar to the situation Scott Pilgrim was put in
Right.
a bad position of.
Although Miranda Donnie is far better placed to eliminate other spaceships than Scott Pilgrim would be, and there are
who
no
more
angry
so just
X's
fought
here.
people and robots.
Right,
Yeah.
people and robots, powered by love. In fairness, Jim Frank is powered by the best pilot in the game, Sonny Bounder.
True, best pilot game. Sonny Bounder.
So it could be tough for Terry to pull this one off.
Yep. Interesting question here. Did they roll for the scavenger crane on? Did they use the scavenger
I
crane
don't
on the contracted
believe
scout?
that the contracted scout was in range of dash. You have to be at range 1 to 2 for the the
okay.
scavenger crane to go off.
I never
So
used
no.
scavenger crane, so I don't know.
No, they're out of range for the scavenger crane, which is a shame. But they won't get that bomb back this
And
time.
of course, the contracted scout gets no extra munitions because FAQ.
Yeah, because FAQ just nuked that into oblivion. I mean, honestly, I think that Miranda just tries to TLT her way back to full here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just whittle things down, and in the last 34 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the game, try to claw her way back, because she is worth 47 points, right? So she kills another 24 points, and the game is tied.
Yes.
Which means if you take out either Thweek or the contracted scout, she's ahead.
Right.
Right, and Terry's ahead on time. And the way these players are both playing very methodically, and with Miranda's ability to survive for a heck of a long time.
Oh, yeah,
This could
definitely.
be a game
And
that we see go to time.
It very well could be because assuming Miranda does not get into a good position to set off those harpoon missiles, she has minimum, do some math in my head here, 8, 12, 16.
Well, those
she
are,
has
in fact,
minimum.
numbers.
She has minimum 8 rounds to be able to kill all of these ships with the TLT if she does not manage to get the harpoon missiles off.
Right.
So.
Yeah, so both of Jim's ships moving out of the fray here, I think that's a smart decision because he doesn't really want Miranda to be able to take those regenerating shots.
Right. He wants to get both of his ships into a healthy range of Miranda so that they're all taking the most powerful shots that they can and preventing her from getting her TLT regens, whereas instead, if you get all your ships in range 1, then she's taking a 2-dice primary shot
Right.
if she wants to regen.
And Terry, of course, wants the opposite to happen. He wants to be able to kite without taking those ugly shots in return.
Here comes Thweek with a 1 bank to pilot right, which I think, unless...
Oh, that gives him a shot.
That gives him a shot. That gives, depending on Thweek's action here, which I think if he wants Thweek to have a shot at all, it's got to be a boost to the right.
Oh, he's got a shot. Thweek's already, Miranda's already in Thweek's arc. I think Thweek just takes a focus, stays defensive for a little
I can't quite
bit.
tell from this angle.
Oh, he's got the shot. He's
All right.
got it. Yeah.
Oh, he's got the
No,
shot.
he's got the shot.
Oh, he's got the shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thweek's got the shot. So does the best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder. She's just electing not to take it.
Yeah, no, of course. Best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, doesn't want to show off too much.
So in this case, all seriousness aside, I think
All seriousness aside,
all
huh?
seriousness aside, yeah, no,
Clowns.
all kidding aside, I think, does Miranda want to try to put damage into Sunny with a TLT down there if she's in range, or try to get through the auto thrusters and go for Thweek?
I think if Terry wants to have any hope of winning the points battle, he's got to go after Thweek
I
here.
agree. Yep, any point of winning on time. And looks like Jim is deciding on an action here. Is he thinking about barrel rolling?
Thinking about barrel rolling or
To
probably
where?
boosting. I think the boost is the debate here.
Here
Oh, no,
comes the
he
barrel
is
roll.
taking a barrel roll.
Now, Miranda has kind of put Thweek into a position here because it's possible that he could open himself up to some bombs.
Oh, yeah, I did forget about the bomblet gen.
Because Miranda's got the bomblet generator. She wants people to be chasing her, to be behind her, and she doesn't care that Thweek's out at range 3.
Which I am curious, this is going back rounds ago, but I am curious as to why Miranda did not drop a bomblet while on that rock.
In fairness,
hopes of-
she saw that where Sunny and the gunrunner was
yeah,
dead at
good
that
point,
point, and
good
then
point.
Sunny had turned away.
Good point.
So there was no real point in dropping the...
I did forget that the gunrunner has already dead at that point.
Here comes a TLT into Thweek. With 2 symbols here, I think he's going to spend that focus. Looks like he does actually spend the target lock. Because I think you do have to, with the auto thrusters, get a bunch of, get all
Yeah,
paint
you
in
have
there.
to get, oh.
And it doesn't work on him, so he is going to spend
So
the
we
focus
have
for 2 hits. 2 hits on the TLT.
And
with
I
at least
see
one evade
paint,
and an auto
yep,
thrusters.
and
Yep, no
auto
damage going
thrusters.
through. Here comes the TLT regenerating a shield. Miranda Donnie back up to 4 with only
I
1.
see 1.
And there's a bunch
And
of blanks. There's
yep.
3 evades from Thweek. Nothing through.
Yeah, I think Miranda's best bet is actually to try and chase down the contracted scout.
Yep.
Because although there is more HP to chew through, there's no auto
I agree.
thrusters there.
I agree. And if you try to force Thweek to chase you, then you open him up to some bomblets too, right?
Right.
1 damage from Thweek into 1 evade from Miranda. Nothing there. She's slowly regenerating, doing exactly what Terry wants her to do.
Excuse me while I get some agua.
Some voice-saving life water here. I'm good. Thank you, Ben. 29 minutes and 20 seconds left in the round. This could very well go to time. We're seeing Miranda up there at the top versus the World 5 Shields 4 Hull and the rest of Jim's ships, with the exception of Thweek, all moving down towards the bottom of the map. They're going to turn back in and go after Miranda again?
Yeah, I think at this point the contracted scout probably turns around, either takes some hard turns or just a sloop to get face the other direction. Best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, is probably just going to take the slow turnaround because, you don't want Sunny Bounder to blow Miranda up right away. You got to make it a game.
Right, she can wait. She's got time on her side.
Exactly.
Time and dice and being Sunny Bounder on her side.
But all joking aside, I do really think Miranda's best bet is to go after the contracted scout here.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and to achieve that, I mean, she's also got the option of, again, using those bomblets.
Yep.
Using those bomblets, I think getting Jim Sips into a situation where they have to chase her is a good idea. And Thweek is perilously close there. If he tries to come in fast...
I think this turn, if I were Terry, I'd probably drop a bomblet.
Oh, yeah.
Move as fast as I can away, and then depending on where the contracted scout goes for its movement, maybe just slam and get as
closer.
close as you can.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. I think it'll be a bomblet and then too hard to the right. I think that's what we're going to see. So here comes the contracted scout moving in that same direction, which is what Miranda wants to see. Now, here's a question for you. Building Miranda after the FAQ, do you think vectored thrusters is a possibility in that 2-point slot if you're not taking long-range scanners?
I could definitely see that. I see why Terry chooses to take long-range scanners here. I think I do like Missile Miranda.
Right.
I think I probably would have taken guidance chips instead of the harpoon missiles.
Or the long-range
instead
scanners,
of long-range scanners. Yeah, no harpoon missiles, just guidance chips.
Just to make that shot count.
No, but yeah, so that way you are essentially taking a 5-dice harpoon shot with Miranda if you drop a shield,
right?
And then guidance chips to make sure at least one of those hits. I do understand why the long range scanners, but also weapons engineer is not usually my crew of choice. Mm-hmm. Although after seeing Terry fly this list a few times, it absolutely works.
All right, well, here comes the bomb in the 2 hard over into a 2 slam. Looks like Jim expertly anticipating that bomblet and 1 harding away from it instead.
And here comes the curvy barrel roll to absolutely come down the middle of the mat next turn and chase after Miranda.
I mean, that said, that does put him in danger of taking a harpoon missile.
Yes, it does. Which he very well could be this next turn. Although
depending on where Miranda goes, I think Miranda might just like 3 bank down the side.
And with the weapons engineer target lock, Miranda does have the choice of harpooning the contracted scout instead.
Mm-hmm. Right, and that's the one that her current target lock is still on.
Right.
She spent the one on Thweek to try to get it's going to get a couple more damage through. I think Miranda just comes screaming down the side if that tries to get some onto the contracted scout and avoid Thweek for as long as possible.
Yeah.
And then perhaps run out the clock.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
This is a really nail-biting game. This has gone back and forth a couple times, and here comes best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, around the rock, around the debris, getting some marks back on Miranda, getting into position to perhaps block.
Yeah, I definitely see some blocking coming up in Sunny's future here.
one hard turn for the contracted scout. I don't think
Definitely
Jim wants
expecting
to,
Miranda to come screaming around.
right, and conversely, I don't think Jim wants to let him close the range too fast, so we're moving kind of slowly with the scout over there.
Right. And here
There it
comes
is.
that
There's the
3
free
bank. Yep, coming flying around the corner. Looks like she won't be in range for a shot if she stays in her
Right.
current position. And, of course, if she slams, she won't have a shot anyway.
She won't have a shot, and the scout will be able to shoot at her, so it's a net negative.
Yeah, so I think I use this opportunity to reacquire some target locks.
I would agree with that for sure, with the long-range scanners. And then see what we've got next turn. Next turn's
Yep.
going to be a big one. I think we
Next
can
turn
see
is gonna
a
be-
lot of damage onto the contracted scout if he's in range of those harpoon missiles, and a lot of damage perhaps onto Miranda Donnie as well. But
Yes.
Miranda Donnie has already regenerated back up to full health.
Yeah,
There's nothing
no,
to say that she
definitely.
can't do that again.
I think this next turn, Miranda is probably, well, not probably, she is definitely taking a 5-dice harpoon missile shot at somebody. Oh,
Right,
and target
yeah.
lock on the best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder.
Interesting.
I don't know why bother, because best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, doesn't care.
Yeah.
But-
She just shrugs off target locks like they are nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Jim is actually setting up for some really good anti-bomb maneuvers. It's known that one of the best ways to avoid taking bombs is to come in from the side,
Yep.
right? And he's doing exactly that, coming in from the side against Miranda Donnie.
Yep. No, definitely against a bomber like a K-wing. That's the best strategy. Unless, of course, you're up against maybe some scum ships like Sol Sixa or Emin, who's like, oh, you're on the side? Here's a bomb anyway.
Right. Exactly. That's one of the powers of Sol Sixa. All right, so no range there. Looks like we're going to be measuring through the rockets. Obstructed by Jim's head, but is it obstructed by the asteroid? It doesn't look like it is. Or did you hear what they called that?
I did not hear the call, but sounds...
Not obstructed. There's
Not
3 hits from the
obstructed.
TLT into only 2 evades, and there's a damage on Thweek. The boosts are risky.
Yeah, that's definitely... and here we have no damage.
And nothing there. There's something, though. Thweek has finally taken a damage and comes to harpoon kill range.
Yep. This, we could see I think Miranda probably wants to take a hard turn to try and get the harpoon missile off.
think we're
And
gonna
in
do that
order to
against,
counter that, I think Thweek probably moves in fast to get inside the donut hole.
There's a hit crit from Thweek into 2 evades from Miranda. Not bad at all. Well, just
one
one in a
evade, one
focus.
focus.
But only 2 shields down. That's not horrible. You think she takes it too hard when Thweek could always go very quickly and grab a range 1?
Yeah, so that's
or a 1 bank and try to get it off against the scout.
right, and that's honestly the mind battle of, well, I want to take it too hard to get turned on Thweek, but Thweek expects that and is going to come flying in fast
Right,
to get out of
exactly.
that. But Thweek knows that I expect that, so maybe he does
Yeah.
something different. And, and there you are with a psychic battle of
Exactly.
wits.
And that's one of the reasons why I love this game.
I think the 1 bank to try and pop them off on the contracted scout, or if Thweek makes a bad decision, a 1 bank could even get that shot on Thweek.
Right. Now, that said, I mean, at the very least, he can TLT the scout or
Yep.
primary the scout and get some shields back, get himself back up to
Yep.
full slowly
Or
but
even
surely.
if Sunny Bounder tries to come in fast for a block, all joking aside, a harpoon shot could just straight up kill
yeah,
Sunny.
just straight up, just waste the best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder.
Yep. And if you do that, now I'm still a little unclear on how this works. If you kill a ship using harpoon missiles, does the condition apply and applies splash damage?
That is actually a very good question. I think we'll need to ask Sam
Right.
for the answer to that one.
Because I could almost see that's why the target lock on Sunny is if he could blow him up with a harpoon missile while
Get some of that
she's
splash
next to the
damage, yeah.
scout. Yeah.
Sam, we have a question for you.
Sure.
If a harpoon missile were to go off against the best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, and destroy her in 1 shot, is the harpoon condition applied, and does it then go off and deal splash damage?
I'd have to read the card.
All right.
Let me go grab a card.
Looks like we're going to the card.
Or I can pull it up here.
Go to the card.
We'll have an answer on that for you in just a few minutes
We'll
here.
check into the heart of the cards on this one.
Yes, 20 minutes, 30 seconds left in the round with Jim Frank still up 53-23, having killed Dash Rendar. Here comes best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder.
With
just
a
three
three
bank. Just coming right in. Trying to put weight of fire into Miranda this turn, I think, to put her in a bad position to where she can't really come back from that.
Right. And also, with all of these ships pointed at Miranda, Jim has definitely set up for Miranda to not want to drop the shield for extra damage on the harpoon missiles.
Exactly, and there is the... There's the 4 straight from the contracted scout, putting himself into range 1 and or a blocking position. Where's Miranda going here?
Looks like we've
got the too hard, which is going to be blocked.
That will block.
I would assume that Thweek is going to follow this up with a 4 straight, 3 or 4 straight, get in real close.
Yep, definitely. There's no question about it.
Jim has set this up really well, and I think he's going to be able to really put pain into Miranda, assuming his dice treat him fine.
We have a 2
Only
straight
a 2
from
straight,
Thweek.
although I think that might be close enough.
Could be,
He might
and
just have to boost.
even in light of all the curvy barrel rolls, we do forget that Thweek does still have a boost.
Exactly, although it
if
looks
he
like
wants
he
to
elects
get in.
not to use it. So, Sam, what's the consensus on that?
What was the question again?
The question was that if we loosed a harpoon missile onto Sunny Bounder, if it destroyed her outright, could the harpoon condition apply and then splash damage?
So the condition is applied after the attack is resolved.
Gotcha. Okay, so no is the answer. To
Correct.
that. All right, so here's a question here.
I
Terry,
do remember reading, we might have to check the FAQ on that actually, because I remember reading something about condition cards still being on destroyed ships.
I think that was condition cards that were already on ships that were destroyed. So this is a slightly different question. If anybody knows in the chat, just let us know. And here's an interesting choice for who we would like to shoot here. Miranda has a harpoon missile lock on Sunny Bounder, but it looks like she's just going to TLT instead.
You are correct, Asa. It's condition cards applied to a ship. It's still applied to it when it's destroyed, but it doesn't actually say anything about destroying a ship with harpoon missiles.
Re-rolling, she's TLTing Sunny Bounder.
So
going to re-roll for 2 hits on a Sunny.
I would say that,
And then into 2 evade or 2 blanks and a focus.
If the attack hits, the attack is still going to be resolved.
Right.
So therefore, the harpoon condition would happen on a subsequent attack.
Makes sense.
Therefore, it's already dead, so the condition card is null.
It looks like
sense,
Miranda
makes sense.
did not, in fact, TLT Sunny, but loosed a harpoon missile at reduced dice to regen.
Interesting.
Firing only 3 and still got 1 damage onto Sunny Bounder after the focused agility, putting a shield off of her and grabbing that harpooned condition.
So
let's
again,
update those shields on Sunny there.
Again is the danger of he's broken up the formation with the harpoon missiles, but he's turned Sunny into a very aggressive blocker.
Exactly. So here comes 3 hits and a blank from Thweek against Miranda and reacquiring that with fire control system. Miranda grabbing 1 evade, that nice green die, only taking her down to 1 shield, so she's still got 1 left to use. Sunny coming in range 3 at not the best
With
pilot in the game,
nothing.
Miranda Donnie, but there's nothing, no damage. Just Sunny just biding her time, knowing that there's nothing that she can, nothing that she needs to do.
Sunny waits. Sunny waits until all else has failed.
Exactly.
Because you don't want to be rude and just outright Sunny Bounder destroy somebody.
I know, that's just insulting. All right, so moving this, I think Miranda's just going to scream off for the 3 bank, perhaps to pilot right, getting some distance there.
Yep.
Drop a bomblet and
Definitely
TLT.
the bomblet, yep. And then run away, use your TLT to regen a shield.
That scout is in prime bombleting territory, too.
Oh, yes.
That's the thing about blocking one of those bomblet ships, is that you are going to be in bomblet territory.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think the scout is probably going to move pretty fast away from this
Right.
to avoid that. And also, Jim is going to have to keep his other 2 ships separated from Sunny at this point to keep
with
that
the
harpoon condition.
Because remember, if the best pilot in the game is Sunny Bounder, admittedly the best pilot, but if she rolls a hit on her action, that's face up because of the light seek, and it could be a direct hit.
It very well could be.
Yep, which would kill. This kills the Sunny.
This does kill the Sunny.
This does kill the Sunny, as much as we might not want it to. This kills the best pilot in the game. Not even the best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, is immune to direct hits.
True. Although she should be, because
Yes.
she's the best pilot in the game.
Come on, guys. This is the best pilot in the game.
In fact, I'm going to go append my rulebooks from the core set to say direct hits do not affect best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder.
Speaking of, let's see. Where's Thweek going to go? Where's Thweek going to go?
So,
Is he going to try to
Thweek
signal
is
his
in an
loop?
interesting position. I don't think a sloop clears where Thweek is.
Well, you got to remember that all those ships will have moved once Thweek.
I think
once it comes
Thweek
to Thweek.
sloops. Now that this new information has come to light,
Would a bomblet catch a Thweek sloop though?
I think Thweek probably just runs away.
You know, like one turns
Live.
back down again, and
Live to fight another day, I think.
Yep.
Because every time I say what I think Thweek does, you immediately refute that with much better information.
you know, whatever. It can happen. Happens to the best of us. We're going to come in and see here exactly what is happening.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to bring up the chat again.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, looks like all dials are placed. So here comes the best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, with a very aggressive dial flip.
Oh, yep.
Two
Going
straight through the debris.
through the debris.
Straight through Deborah. Deborah the debris field.
Too straight. Maybe he thinks that Miranda was dialing in a 3-bank to the left, trying to
Could
get
be.
down there. And I don't see a crit.
No crit. Lucky Sunny Bounder. Best
I mean,
pilot in the game.
better best pilot than Lucky, right?
Yeah.
Her name isn't Lucky Bounder. It's Sunny Bounder. Best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder.
Can
That contracted
anybody
scout looks like it just went ahead and bumped right there.
any viewers out there who may or may not make alt art cards for a living? Can we get a best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder alt art card, please?
Please. There's the bomblet, and
Oh, I think I see what the scout was going for here, which is attempting to block Miranda into taking her own bomblet. Which,
now it's interesting that Miranda moved so slowly here.
yeah, this is not a great place for Miranda. To
She's
be 100%
right
honest.
because best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, is just going to waste her in one shot.
Absolutely, best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder. You don't even roll dice for Sunny Bounder. You just attack one ship dead, right? That's
And
her
there's-
ability.
Right, and there's a focus for Miranda, although this does put her in excellent bombletting territory once again next
Yeah,
turn.
it definitely does. All right, that is all the movements. A bump from Thweek.
Yep, let's roll those bomblets on the contracted scout. I think that'll be the only one that goes off. Mm-hmm. Bomblet on the scout. What do we got?
Bomblet on the scout, and we have nothing.
Oh, that's got to be disappointing for Terry. I really wants that bomblet damage to put him in kill range of those.
Definitely
and some of these
disappointing.
ships.
Definitely the reason that I prefer Sabine on Miranda.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, in this case, I mean, if you're going for that bomblet, then I think you got to have Sabine. I'm
Yeah.
not sure that the weapons engineer gives you enough flexibility to really overcome.
Right. I think. Yeah, I think Sabine is almost an auto include on a Rebel bomblet.
Now, question here. What if you roll dice against the best pilot in the game, Sunny Bounder, and a crit goes through? Is that what he wants to do, or does he want to take the shot against the Jakku Gunrunner? Or sorry,
Well,
not
the Jakku Gunrunner is
contracted
dead.
scouts. You know what I
so,
mean.
I think the contracted scout,
But he
'cause-
could get damage into all three of them.
including himself.
But
That's
he can
the
get that.
problem.
But he can get that damage back, and none of them can.
That's a good point.
And
That
I
is a
mean,
very good
honestly,
point.
Miranda here, she's going to take an unopposed 3-bank.
That is a good
Right,
point.
she's going to take an unopposed 3-bank. She'll be out of the fray, ready to TLT and regen.
Yeah, no, I definitely see your point. This is why this is your podcast.
We are
and
burning
not
a
mine.
shield. We are burning the shield. Who are we firing
Ooh.
at?
I think this is a Sunny Bounder, best pilot in the game. Sunny Bounder.
I think I see a crit in there.
Lots of paint.
Ooh.
And there is the crit.
Yep, there's the best pile in the game, Sunny Bounder, has been exploded, just gigantic.
So actually, now that I
explosion.
realize it, with only 2 hull, the crit going through on Sunny Bounder doesn't matter because the splash damage still happens on destruction.
But it has to be right. But now we get a double splash damage, right?
No, because the condition gets removed after the first splash damage.
That's true. But we just get, I mean, we do get that extra damage. Although,
we do get the extra damage.
Yeah, we do get
Although
that extra
Miranda
damage on
has
everything.
burned the shield for it, which means she's now taking a hit to the hull from it.
I mean, I think that's all right, because again, she can get that back and she's not taking more than one return shot.
True. But it also, well, I guess on this turn it doesn't really matter, but it does put you in a position to get killed by a lucky Thweek shot.
Uh-huh. But not in this turn. Not in this turn, because Thweek can't shoot her. Thweek bumped.
No, not this turn, but next turn, if Thweek were to somehow get a shot and somehow hit crit it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Scavenger Crane has caused the Jump Master to regain its proximity mines.
Interesting.
Which means that Jump Master is absolutely going to go forward.
One bank in and drop that mine.
And drop that mine.
We're going to have a bomblet off. Adam, if you wouldn't mind updating us, I believe that Miranda's shield is down.
And one hit
shield.
to the hull from the harpoon.
Yeah, and one hit to the hull from the harpoon and all of that other damage. Although I assume that he's getting to that. This is a very complicated turn.
Eventful round.
Yeah, big explosions happening all around. Comes a damage onto Thweek. There's a damage onto the contracted Scout, and of course a damage onto the hull of Miranda Donnie. A lucky Scout shot could do this.
A lucky Scout shot could absolutely end the game right now.
Combined with a lucky proximity mine.
Here's the range 1 shot from the contracted Scout. Let's see what happens here. Got 3 red dice from the Scout versus one green die from the K-Wing.
There's a hit and a crit. He's spending the target lock to try to get another one in there. And it's the same focus. So just a hit, focus, and a crit. And Miranda's hot green die.
Wow, let's see what this crit is.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like we have a blinded pilot.
That's not good.
That is not good for Miranda.
That's not good at all. She really needs to get those shots so that she can TLT and regen shields.
Yeah, I think that could very well be the end of her, getting that blinded pilot.
All right, I mean, we will see here. I mean, there's obviously going to be some bombs happening next turn. Do you think that the Contracted Scout wants to go super fast to avoid the bomblet, or just damn the torpedoes and drop his own proximity mine?
The Contracted Scout still has 7 health left. I think he wants to get the proximity mine onto Miranda.
I definitely agree with that. Mm-hmm.
The Contracted Scout can definitely soak up a bomblet hit, although if he does manage to get double hit by the bomblet,
right,
that's half points.
That is true, which I believe at 15, 16 points, would that put... That would put Terry in the lead here at time at half points?
I think so if Miranda manages to survive this round.
No, I believe actually no, it would not, because that would put Terry at 51 points.
Oh,
with Jim Frank. Terry still needs to kill a ship in 6 minutes.
Yeah, I think
he needs to play quick and he needs to play aggressively, and I think the best target for that is Thweek. Is dropping your bomblet here and then TLTing Thweek.
Yeah.
But he really needs. I mean, both these players, like, in order to get that, they really need to take a little bit less time putting their dials down.
Hey, big decisions to make.
Big decisions. I don't begrudge him for that, but at the same time, Terry especially needs to ensure that this game progresses quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here comes the Scout with a 3 bank. It looks like he is actually going to try to avoid that proximity mine.
Bomblet.
Yeah. Whatever it is.
One of those things.
Proximity
so
bomblet.
there's the proximity bomblet. Yep, 3 bank, and it looks like a barrel roll. Barrel roll to the
Towards the
left.
center, trying to get some more shots.
Yep, definitely going to try to take advantage of that blinded pilot. And yeah, I think this is definitely the turn that Miranda takes a 3 bank and then just slams away.
But she can't slam away, though. She doesn't have enough time to play cagey.
Yeah, but she does. I mean, she gets shot this turn and can't respond.
Right, but I think that she needs to stay close. I don't think that, because she can't clear that blinded pilot token with a weapons disabled because she doesn't have an attack.
Right, that's
And
true.
so she's got to have the shot.
That is a good point.
And I think staying in close is the right decision because a lot of this damage that she needs to get will have to come from bomblets.
That is a good point. I did not consider that. Sam, I think I'm hearing you being beckoned on the room mic.
Mm-hmm. This is a very tense end, and I think Miranda just needs to. So is that now? If she had cluster mines.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like we're actually going to focus.
Yeah, I'm still not entirely sold on the bomblet Miranda. I've seen it run a few times, a few different ways, and I think even with the advanced slam nerf, I think I prefer action bombs.
The action bombs. I definitely think that the bomblet Miranda is inferior to the bomblet Nim. Because she comes at the lower pilot skill. She can't place it as effectively with advanced sensors.
Right.
But at the same time, it's 3 points. It's a really cheap way to discourage people from chasing you.
It is. It's a good way to guard her donut hole.
Right.
I guess in terms of that effect, it is effective. I've just never really seen much damage go through on a Miranda bomblet. Of course, if you had Sabine crew either on Miranda or on another ship in your kit there, then that makes the bomblet infinitely valuable because it's always pushing 1 damage through.
Here comes 1 crit, and Miranda's hot green, still dodging it from the jump master. Of course, the blinded pilot is flipped face down, and we go back to dials.
And Miranda did have to spend the focus on that. Oh, but Tweak does not have a shot this turn.
So what can Terry do here to claw something out? Because we only have 2 minutes. I don't think that's going to be quite enough time to put down Thweek.
Yeah, but I think that's really his only bet. You're definitely not putting down a 7 health contracted scout. I think.
But he could get MOV.
Yeah, I think
for the championship.
Probably taking the loss here, but still get some more points out of it by
to get some into the place. Yep. Put yourself into second place. I think that's what we're gonna see here. Try to knock down those last 2 shields. So looking back on this, where do you think? Because Jim's put Terry on the back foot for most of this game. Do you think there have been a couple of places in the earlier rounds that decided the direction of the rest of this?
I think the big thing was the Gunrunner decloak tractor beam, putting Miranda onto the rock, and then Sunny expertly blocking Miranda back onto the rock.
I think that was important. Yes, I agree. I think that was important, but I think ultimately that had less effect on where Miranda is now than Dash dying really quickly because he got trapped in a Thweek zone.
That is true. However, I think that if Miranda had not re-landed on that rock and had been able to shoot that turn, this could be very different because we could have potentially 2 more damage through somewhere, maybe on Thweek, so that maybe Terry would have a chance here.
He was out of range of Thweek at that point for sure, but it could have put the contracted scout into harpoon kill range right here.
Yep.
Which would put Terry ahead.
Yeah.
So it's looking at these what ifs, but I definitely think that turn where both of those things happened was the deciding factor.
Yeah, I think if either one of those things had happened by itself, it's recoverable. I think both of them happening at the exact same time was
untenable,
devastating.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, here comes. I think he's gonna pop that harpoon missile 4 dice now into the contracted scout.
Oh my God, your game was so.
It looks like he's
Dropping
regenerating
die
a
to
shield.
regen a
dropping
shield.
die.
Interesting choice at this point with only 20 seconds left.
This will be the last round, folks. Is he going to focus? Looks like he's spend the target lock. Try to get some more damage in there.
Ooh,
and nothing
and
there. With
nothing.
range 2 through the rock. He's, not even. He's going to focus, get 3 evade results, not
And
take
that
any more.
is
Yep, I mean, the
the
game's
end.
over at this point. He's going to fire back, see if we can't put Miranda down.
Pull some more points out of this.
Right, Jim
But
can't pull some more
either
points
way,
out of this
this
for
is-
MOV. But either way, Jim has won this game.
Absolutely.
So congratulations to Jim Frank for winning round 3 of the Extra Life Championships here. I was going to call it the Extra Life Championships. The Extra Life Tournament.
The X-Wing Trilife. I don't know. I'm trying real hard to
X-Wing
make that
Trilife.
work.
Yeah, he focuses no damage onto Miranda from that last one.
Fighting real hard to salvage that MOV.
Yep. 1 crit, which won't even go
And
onto
that
the
will
hull.
not.
And that's it. So I think congratulations to Jim here with no time left on the clock, winning 53 points to 35. Jim Frank is victorious over Terry V. Armand's the Thweek Scout, Sonny and Jakku list.